Hey y'all, in this video we're going to be taking a look at a cabin park. Originally I thought it was an RV park, more of a cabin park. I'm going to explain that here in just a minute, but this is going to be a commercial opportunity not in Texas. This is actually up in Oklahoma near WinStar, and it's a really cool property, so I'm excited to share it with you guys. And also you might be wondering, what's up with the get up? It's February. It's gonna be 78 degrees today. I'm getting out on the golf course, so I'm recording this and then I'm heading out of here. Anyways, let's hop into this. And if you are interested in buying commercial investment properties here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area or surrounding, obviously we're making our way up to Oklahoma, then please do subscribe to the channel for more opportunities and everything there is to know about commercial real estate. First off, let's talk about the location. When I say cabin park, this could be an RV park. Currently, it's set up with some cabins and some campers, so it's a little bit unusual, but the numbers make a lot of sense. And anyways, let me first give you an overview here. There's a very lovely couple that own this. They own a park in Texas as well, and they are looking to make some moves and consolidate. And so anyways, that's why they're putting this one on the market. But they basically got this nice piece of land. It's about 3 acres. It's kind of in a flag shape, and they've installed a well. They've got a septic tank on it, and the property has 4 campers. It's got 3 of these cabins, which I think are pretty cool. They're only a couple years old, 1 or 2 years old. And then there is a mobile home as well on this property. And the thing that's really exciting about this is the ability to expand and make this even more profitable. So we'll get to that here in just a little bit. But to give you an idea, we've got a little bit of footage here. It was a pretty dreary day, so I did my best while I was there. But you'll be able to see that there are some campers, and then there are also these 3 white cabins. There are a couple more buildings we'll get to here in just a second, but that's your setup currently, and the mobile home is a little bit down the property. So okay, so now that I'm sharing my screen, let's talk about the thing that makes this very desirable here is you've got WinStar. And if you're not familiar with WinStar, it is one of 2 casinos that people from Texas typically go to, North Texas anyways. You got WinStar, and then you've got Choctaw. And so this is only from here, it's only about an hour and 15, hour and 20 from downtown Fort Worth. So it's a pretty quick drive up if you don't hit any traffic. Now this is WinStar, and if you go 1 exit north of WinStar and you take this road over, let's zoom in a little bit. Next to this big blue storage here, this is the actual property. Let me go to satellite view so you can see it. All right, so if we zoom in here, you can see, let me see if I can get that to go away. So you can see right in the middle, we've got our 4 campers on top of this hill. It runs down a little bit, and this it looks like this satellite passed over before the 3 little houses were there. But it comes down this hill, and then I'll zoom in a little bit here. This is where you've got your mobile home, and then the property runs back in a flag shape. And let me show you. Pull up the survey real quick. Okay, so this is the survey of the property, so you can kind of see that it's in a flag shape. So you've got the just over 3 acres here, but plenty of room to add on to this little park here. Okay, so yeah, so you can kind of see, you can kind of get an outline based on that of where this property goes, and it goes back a little bit. So basically this runs, if you're looking at the screen, it runs downhill from left to right, and then once you get to the right, it goes downhill towards the back of the property. So anyways, the 3 cabins rent for $950 a month. Now currently, this is the genius part of this. Right now, they are basically leasing all of these, or most of these, to folks that work at WinStar, right? So they need a place to stay, they work. A lot of these folks are saving up money to go buy a house, and so you have a huge pool of people that provide a constant stream of income. So just to give you a little idea here, and let's talk about these cabins first. I got some pictures here that I'll share with you. Oh, I don't know where any of the buttons are on this iPad. I'm sorry. Here we go. All right. Okay, so here's a picture of one of the cabins. So they did a really nice job. They basically brought in 3 of these cabins on a semi. They put them down on this little foundation. These are only about 200 square feet. And then they built a nice little deck on the front. And I think the owners did a really nice job of decorating these cabins. They all have different themes, kind of cute. But you can see here, there's not much to them, right? So you get a bunk bed. There's a little dresser in the back, a couple nightstands, and then you do have a little TV, or there's a sink back there, I'm sorry. And there's your shower, toilet, and you get a microwave, mini fridge, and a TV, right? So not a lot to this. But that's what these little white houses look like, right? So there's not a lot to them. They rent for $950 a month. They're very energy efficient. They have them all hooked up on the same water heater, and that's what we're showing here in this little insulated storage unit. And yeah, very simple, right? And so to bring in more of these would not be a difficult thing to do. The owners estimate that if somebody was to come in and have it all done for them, it's going to cost about $17,000 per unit, and which is really not too bad. And then just to give you guys an idea, they've done a good job of keeping these campers really well kept. So I'll just show you a couple picture here of course, they were working on a few repairs. That's what those pieces on the bed are. But here is the camper number 1, and there's a picture there of the three cabins next to each other. And here is another one of the RVs. So you can see. I mean, it's like it works. Yeah, if you're working, you're stacking cash away, this is a great spot to land. It's really peaceful out there, and you're super close to WinStar. So this is the well. It's also housed in a insulated little storage unit. And then they do have another building that could be basically finished out to be one of these cabins that's already sitting there. And there's a second one that's basically used for storage. And then down the hill, I've got another picture here. They've got, they said this was used to actually paint cars back in the day. So this is like a pull-through barn, cabin, I don't know what you want to call it. They're using it for storage. It will come with a property, so you could finish this thing out if you wanted to. And then the mobile home, let's talk about that for a second. This is the mobile home. It is 3-bed, 2-bath, and they had some folks recently move out, so they're getting everything back together on it. And yeah, so, and there's WinStar. So let's talk numbers for a minute, right? That's what you want to know. As far as the investment goes. So the cabins rent for $950 a month. So there's 3 cabins at $950 a month. The 4 campers, the bigger ones rent for $950 a month. The smaller ones $750. So, and those would come with the property. And so the mobile home rents for $1,600 a month. So if you add all that up, that's $7,850 a month. Comes out to $94,200 a year. Now your expenses on this is where it gets really good. The expenses are very low. So they've got internet, which is probably one of their most expensive bills, at $250. So basically the folks that rent, that's everything included, right? They have one bill, they don't have to worry about anything else. So the internet's about $250. You've got electric, trash. You've got city water to the mobile, which I thought was curious because you're outside of city limits. Why would the city bring water out there? Well, apparently Terry Bradshaw's ranch is probably another half mile down the road. And I guess he paid to have city water there, so that they lucked out. They have city water to their mobile home. The others run on well. Then you have the property taxes out there are pretty low because you're outside city limits, and you also have a propane tank which they come and fill up. So altogether, these expenses are right around $1,000 a month. So you're looking at, if you keep this thing fully occupied, around $82,000 per year in net profit. Not bad, right? And the fact that you can bring in more of these cabins and start making money on those as well. And here's the other thing, and I know the owners are going to be watching this. Don't take this wrong way, but not a whole lot of marketing going on. I could not find the Facebook page, even though she sent me the name of the park. And so I think with a little bit of marketing, I don't think you're going to have any trouble at all keeping this thing full. And apart from that, you could do a couple other things with it, right? So on that well, you can have up to, I believe it's 14 different units hooked up to it before it becomes an issue and you got to register with the state. And so you could either set up RV hookups if people want to bring their own RVs in. You could put more cabins on the property. They had a great idea of building tree houses. So if once you get down out of that flat area, there's a bunch of trees. But you could build, 200 square foot tree houses. They got a bid. I think it was about $20,000 per tree house that they would put up. And so that's another avenue you could go if you wanted to expand this park and maybe bring in folks that were, going to be gambling for the weekend and wanted more of a unique stay. So there's all kinds of options as far as expanding this thing. And the fact that you can drop in, you can spend $17,000 on a unit and start making $950 a month, which comes out to, what is that, almost $11,400 a year, somewhere in there. Basically, you pay for that thing in 2 years, and then it's just straight profit, right? So this is, I see this as a great way to, I see this as a great investment to improve if you want to put a little work into it. Now, that being said, they also have the ability to run more electric to the back of the property, and it seems pretty inexpensive if you wanted to put another well in. This is a crazy thing. They said they only have to go 60 feet down to get to drill down to put another well in towards the bottom of the property. And then also they have cameras everywhere. So for security, making sure, there's no funny business going on, all that kind of stuff. They've already got security set up as well. So anyways, a lot of ups to this property, and you can do the math on it, see if it makes sense for you. And if you are interested, and they're also considering doing owner financing. To find out more about this property, the price, all the details, all that kind of stuff, we've got a link in the description below. Please do fill that out if you're interested. We'll get it to you. And as always, if you're looking to buy or sell, remember to keep calm. Call Tom.